What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Nate. Appreciate you tuning in to today's video. Appreciate all you guys' comments for the new subscribers. If I haven't got to you yet, guys, I will as soon as possible. If you guys need anything at all, you can always email me in my channel description. I'm here for you guys, all right? I want to help you guys out. If you have any video ideas, let me know. You can let me know in the comments. You can, again, email me directly. But I love hearing from you guys. I appreciate it. Again, keep it up and I'll be there as soon as I can. So guys, for this video, I wanted to talk about something that I've been putting off for honestly quite a while, but the topic is going to be, what is the best workout to attract women? All right. What is the best fitness choice, the best fitness sort of pursuit that's going to attract the most women, right? Now let's be real here. When it comes down to it, there's going to be a lot of different options when it comes to fitness, all right? And I know there's some people going, oh, bodybuilding, right? That's going to attract the most women. Getting big, right? Getting big shoulders, getting big arms, getting the V taper, right? Big chest, right? Having abs, all that stuff. You're going to have some guys say, no, powerlifting, right? Which, I don't want to make too many jokes, guys, but to me, powerlifting is just an excuse to get fat. All right. I understand that some people love lifting weights and they want to be as strong as they can be. Some people are genetically gifted that way. I'm just jealous because I wasn't naturally gifted with a whole lot of natural strength. But there's some people who were born out there, man. They were born to be power lifters. They were born to lift, to squat, to deadlift as much weight as they possibly can, right? I'm jealous that there's guys out there my age who are benching 405 plus. Right? So with that being said, there's other styles of fitness, guys. There's Olympic lifting, there is calisthenics, right? So you have like the bar athletes. There's CrossFit, right? There's swimming, biking, running. There's strongman. There's, people who just train for, I think they call them like triathlons. Basically, you train for a lot of different events, right? And that's a really good way to train because, you get fit in a lot of different areas. But which one do women like the most, right? If you're trying to attract women, which one do they care about the most? Guys, I'm going to let you in on a little secret here. They really don't care. And they really don't care as much as you think they do, okay? And here's why. Women obviously are going to be attracted to men who are fit, okay? If you have a nice figure, right? You're not too fat, you're not super skinny. If you have good muscle definition, if you wear decent fitting clothes, right? If you are, upbeat, right? You're a genuinely, upbeat, outgoing person, they're really not gonna care, right? Most women aren't gonna be like, oh, are you a bodybuilder? Oh, do you do Olympic lifting? Guys, they really don't care. The most important thing, and this is the most proven way to work out to attract women, guys, is to do the sport, do the activity, do the fitness style that you enjoy, all right? Whether that's bodybuilding, whether that's powerlifting, right? Whether that's anything on that list I already explained, that's what they're gonna like the most because they want to be with a man who is sure of himself, who is happy with who he is, who is going to go after what he wants, all right? Now, I know there's still gonna be people watching this who are listening and going, but what about the V taper? What about the golden ratio? What about, guys, I get it, all right? There's a lot of Hollywood movies out there. They've been around for decades now, right? You have the typical masculine figure. He's got, big pecs, big arms, shoulders, abs, nice, toned legs and everything like that, right? And for the most part, that hasn't changed over time. If anything, the only thing that has changed is, of course, the use and abuse of performance enhancing drugs, right? Obviously, there's going to be guys who are going to have to put on a lot of muscle mass in a very short amount of time. I'm talking like months, like a few months. I'm sorry to say, guys, look, I don't know at the end of the day, maybe sometimes some people just have amazing genetics. If they've worked out really hard in the past, you do have muscle memory, so you can basically stop working out, and then once you start working out for like a month or so, you'll get all of your, or most of your gains back, right? It's pretty cool how that works. But most of the time, guys, a lot of times you have men hopping on these drugs, they can get bigger, right? And now with social media, that's a whole thing in and of itself. But, you know, I get it. Captain America, right? That's a perfect example. A lot of other guys in Hollywood, a lot of other people you could point at and go, I think they might be on something, right? And don't get me wrong, guys, you really have to understand, some people do have really good genetics, as much as people don't want to believe it. I know guys who can be twice as big as me by just doing push-ups, pull-ups, dips, you know, working out once a week, if that. There's just some guys who have those genetics. It's a fact, right? There's some guys out there who have to grind 5 times as hard as I do to look anything close to what I look like, right? And I've been working out pretty consistently for about 10 years, right? I'm not mind-blowing by any means, but I'm at a point where I'm very happy with how I look and what I'm able to do. And that's the key, guys. You have to get to that point, because what happens is, if you're not content with where you are in your fitness journey, if you're walking around like a wreck, like, oh, if I only had 5 more pounds of muscle, if I only had an inch more on my arms, if I only had wider shoulders, you're gonna reek of insecurity. Have you ever noticed, I've mentioned this in other videos, how there are guys who are 400 pounds, there are guys who are broke, there are guys who are super, super skinny, there are whatever negative trait you want to throw out there, guys, that pull women because they are confident in who they are. They know how to talk to people and they're confident in themselves. That is the biggest turn on for a woman, right? So even if you just started your fitness journey, or you're thinking about it, because, you know, at the filming of this video, it's the beginning of a new year. A lot of people might be thinking about either getting into fitness or, you know, leveling up, right? Pushing further than they ever have. Just remember, it's a journey, guys. It's one day at a time. One day in a few months, you're going to look back and go, man, I'm glad I stuck it out every day. I'm glad I was consistent, right? I'm glad I followed this plan. I'm glad I followed through every single day. You see, most of the time, guys, we overcomplicate it, right? When it comes to fitness, we bounce around between a lot of different things. We wonder if it's really going to work. But the truth is, guys, if we're eating, we're sleeping, and we're working out, we're making sure that we're resting and recovering, most of the time you're going to see results. It's just a fact. But women really don't care what you do, right? I've known guys who were swimmers, right? Some girls love a swimming body. Some girls love a powerlifting build, big, stocky, sort of bear looking dude, right? Some chicks love bodybuilding, right? Some chicks love the fact that guys just have massive muscles, right? But you got to realize, most of the time, especially when it comes to things like bodybuilding or very, what I call extreme body types, those women are probably going to be in that field anyway, or they're just going to have an inclination for that. Just like some guys like fat chicks, right? Let's be real. There's some dudes, you know, out there who maybe they could get some fine women, but they just go for like just straight up fat chicks. Then you talk to some guys, their definition of fat is different from this other guy's definition of fat, right? So everybody has a different perception of people, body types, and things like that. The most important thing you can do is just stick to something that you enjoy. There's really no magic answer, right? There's some guys like myself, I like to mix it all up, right? I like to mostly stick to sort of a bodybuilding kind of scheme, but I also like to push when it comes to strength, right? Some people call it power building, where you start out with heavy compound lifts and then you switch over to maybe lighter isolation movements, right? But I'm also training to be more of an athlete, so I'm doing a lot more cardio than I used to. So I'm doing the stairs for like 45 minutes a couple times a week. Pushing the speed up, right? But maybe doing a little bit less time. I'm doing this more often. I'm doing more rowing, right? So you gotta combine it to see what's gonna fit your lifestyle best. I truly believe if you're not doing any sort of cardio, you need to, because cardio is gonna, guys, it's the most important thing you can work out on. If you just had to choose one thing, do some sort of cardio. This could be as simple as like a daily 30 minutes, an hour walk every single day. Some people walk for hours a day. Walking is fantastic, but pick something like biking, running, something that you can do almost on a daily basis to get your heart pumping. It's actually going to help you a lot when it comes to your lifts as well. You're not going to burn out as fast. You're not going to feel that lactic acid buildup as much, and you're going to be able to actually do better in the gym, right? As long as you're not doing a ton of cardio, right? If you start doing an hour or two of cardio every single day, it's probably going to start to impact your weightlifting a little bit, right? Especially if you've never done that before. But guys, do what makes you happy. I don't know how much I can harp on that because I get it. I've fallen into that trap before of girls just want guys with muscles, right? And that's kind of true, right? Every woman, I believe, does like a guy that's strong, that can defend himself. But there's a reason that a lot of girls also go for really skinny guys or really fat guys because they're just confident. So sometimes guys need to work out so that they can become confident, right? Sometimes it's just as simple as some guy's always been like, you know what, I've always wanted to, do a triathlon. I've always wanted to do like a Spartan race. So I'm actually going to train for it. And all of a sudden, they're enjoying the process. They're enjoying their life. They're looking forward to something. And people pick up on that. They see that, right? You're going to get healthier. You're going to get fitter. You're going to be more upbeat. You're going to be motivated, positive, confident. All these traits that women are going to just flock to, right? On the other hand, if you're a bodybuilder who has severe body dysmorphia and all you can worry about is, oh my gosh, I need to get my upper chest thicker. Oh my gosh, my bicep peak isn't where I want it to be. You could have an amazing body, guys. I've seen guys, oh my gosh, it's crazy. Bodybuilding is insane. There's so many guys like online, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, who are just constantly chasing that extra size, that extra, muscle definition, and it's never enough. And these guys look phenomenal. Like I'm talking absolutely phenomenal. And they still think that they're small, right? They still aren't happy with themselves. I've known guys personally, right? That we were on pretty much the same workout program for about a 2 or 3 month time period. And this guy he looked genuinely, to me, he looked like twice as good as I did, right? Twice as good. Like his definition, he had all his muscle insertions, everything was just like crazy, right? He just looked incredible. Pretty sure he was also a little bit stronger than me in the gym on most lifts as well. But he was horrible when it came to talking to women. Absolutely horrible, guys. Had no confidence, had no self-confidence, low self-esteem, always second-guessing himself. But this dude was like 6 foot plus, right? Had literally on the surface, had a good sense of style and fashion. He was a funny guy, like around us dudes, like joking around with, us. He was just funny, right? Great sense of humor. But whenever he talked to women, it's like he shut down. It's like he was so afraid. He was always second guessing, always worried, right? He thought that the gym was eventually he was going to get to a point where he could just talk to women. Like he put all his spare time into the gym. And I get it, guys. Sometimes you're there, but I see so many guys who literally stay stuck in that for years. And they just think that one day they're going to walk into the gym, they're going to be happy with themselves, and all these women are going to run at them. Guys, it's not how that works. Most women really don't care that you're at the gym or not. Believe it or not, most people are just there to work out. There might be a girl or two. There might be a few girls who think you're cute. Don't get me wrong, that happens. But for the most part, it doesn't really matter too much, right? You have to do a lot more with your life. You have to usually be in a social circle of some kind, job, some event, something you're doing in life, right? You got to be actually, pursuing something and possibly pursuing women if that's your goal, right? But guys, just do what you enjoy. It doesn't really matter what it is. I would recommend, I'm going to end the video with this because there might be some guys going, well, I want to get fit and I know this and I know that, and I'm just going to give it to you guys straight, right? If I were you, this is what I would do. If you want to be a well-rounded guy, if you want to have a little bit of everything, you want to be fit in a lot of areas and you want to get results, this is what I would do. I would pick more of a bodybuilding or power building focused training style, right? So you're going to focus more on, that 6 to 12 rep range. You're going to do 2 to 3 sets. I personally don't see the point in doing a ton of sets, guys. Volume is just, it's so easy to overdo it on volume. These guys you see doing a ton of volume have either been training for a long time or they're on something. You don't need to do crazy volume. If you are pushing yourself, if you can make 2 sets of something painful and difficult, just as painful and difficult as 4 or 5 sets of something, you're going to produce growth without burning yourself out. All right, stick to that. Get your cardio in, get 20 to 45 minutes of cardio. It could be as simple as walking, right? Do that almost every day and focus on the muscles that are going to give you a little bit more of that V taper. Because don't get me wrong, that is a nice figure, right? That is going to be physically attractive to a majority of women. It's going to be more of a signaling thing. But the biggest thing here, guys, is that you are confident, right? If you have bigger shoulders and you have a bigger chest and you have bigger arms and you have nice legs and you're going to be more confident, right? That's the goal. So be confident in what you're doing. So like I was saying, focus on your shoulders, right? Make sure you're doing your lateral raises. You can do lateral raises several times a week, guys. It's a small muscle, kind of hard to isolate. You got to hit it and they'll grow. Don't get me wrong. They will grow. You just got to make sure you hit them. Make sure you're working on your chest. Make sure you're working on your arms. Also, don't forget your back. I know I didn't mention that. It's a strong point for me, so I don't have to worry about it too much. But focus on your back too. That's really going to help your chest. It's also going to give you that big wing look from the back, right? Girls like a nice back, right? But don't be so caught up on, well, this girl said that she likes arms, and this girl said that she likes shoulders, and this girl... Guys, you're never going to be Superman. You're never going to have it all. So be content with whatever you choose to do, literally whatever it is. And most of the time the gains will come, right? Again, unless you're like super committed to powerlifting and you're just eating a bunch of food and you're getting fat. Most of the time when you work out, you're going to get muscle definition. You're going to get a better cardiovascular output. You're going to be a healthier person overall. It's going to make you more confident, right? Just don't push so hard. Here's the other side of it. Don't push so hard, again, that you overtrain, right? It's a gradual ramp up process. Sometimes you got to deload and you got to scale back and then you ramp up, right? Because if you just go and go as hard as you can every single time and try to make PRs every single time, right? PRs can be as simple as 1 extra rep with the same weight, right? It doesn't have to be you do 2 extra sets with 5 extra reps. It can be very simple, gradual progression over time. Find an app that will track this for you, right? But guys, that's what it comes down to. That's the type of fitness that's going to attract the most women, the fitness that you are happiest with, the fitness that you are going to be the most confident in. Yes, the V taper, the golden ratio, that does help a little bit. But women are going to be going after guys who are going to be confident in their bodies, confident in their abilities, confident in who they are as a man. So that's the most important thing. And if guys, you have any comments, you have any experiences, any questions, let me know below and I'll see y'all at the next one.